and he is with us as well from the floor. And there he is, 12 of 20 from the field, 27 points, 4 boards, 13 assists. Those are all numbers, though. Jrue, you had one of the plays that will be replayed for decades. One of the plays of NBA Finals history with the steal on Devin Booker and then setting up Giannis. If you can walk us through what you saw and what happened in those few seconds.
Man, Book's a great player and scorer, especially down the stretch. I think we kind of knew that he wanted the ball and he wanted to take that last shot. So I helped off on Chris. And again, granted to our defense, we played great defense, tucked there with the stop, and then turned right into me and got the steal. And from there, going down in transition, man, Giannis was screaming for it, and I threw it as high as I could. And he went up there and got it.
Jrue, Steve Smith, just the presence of mind to make that pass. But I want to go back. Before you got on air, we all called Gary Payton the glove. I gave you the nickname Claws because Claws is go get it. I mean, your defensive pressure, not only just on that play, throughout this series and throughout your career, I mean, for me is to have a guy that be able to play offense the way you can and defense. Can you just talk about your defensive presence and your mindset guarding multiple guys? Yeah,
man, I take pride in it. 1 through 4, sometimes 5. Try to make it difficult. But in a situation like this where we're in the finals, to me, yes, I do want to score, but that's not the most important thing. We got Giannis, we got Chris, we got guys that can score, but I really want to make it hard for them defensively, keep them hopefully to 100 points, 105, and do the best I can and really just take pride in my defense.
Jrue, I know how hard it is to play against one of the best point guards to ever play the game in terms of Chris Paul. Comes out in game 1, really plays well, has 32 points, and really looks like he's in control of the series from the point guard position. Game 2, he plays well. But 3, 4, and 5 right now, you've kind of put him in a position where he's not dominating the game, even though he's still effective. Talk to us about what you've done and the adjustments that you've made from game 2 to now 3, 4, and 5 on the defensive side of the ball with Paul.
Yeah, I think just make it difficult. Just be a pest, always be around, picking up full court. We know that he's the head of the stake, and they go as far as he does, especially with his assists, especially tonight. He probably had 10 assists tonight, but I think the way that those first 3, 4, and 5 this game, the way we kind of controlled him, corralled him, and made him think about what he wanted to do helped us out a lot.
Jrue, there's been a lot of discussion, obviously, about your shooting struggles in this series, including the 4 of 20 in Game 4. Tonight, you hit your first jump shot on the very first possession of the night, and it seemed like you were just off to the races at that point. Can you put into words how you were 8 shots better on the same 20 attempts tonight?
No, it was just confidence, really. Just go out there and shoot. Sometimes you go through a slump, sometimes you try to figure it out. Even the 4 for 20, I feel like I played great defense and we won the game. And when it comes down to that, winning is the most important thing. I know my teammates have my back, continuing to tell me to shoot. That's what I did tonight.
Jrue, a question for me is, you, Chris, and Giannis, obviously you're good leaders of this team, especially on the offensive end. But can you speak on how Pat Connaughton and Bobby Portis, what those guys are doing and bringing off the bench, bring what they're bringing to the table off the bench?
Yeah, man, huge. Pat he's been hitting some big shots, making some big plays, big rebounds. That's just something that Pat has always done. And the energy that Bobby brings, man, nobody else can do that. When he's flexing on people, when he's getting those offensive rebounds, and he's yelling at the camera and all that, we love it, and the energy definitely picks up.
You're one game away from possibly being an NBA champion. Talk to us a little bit about how it feels to just be this close, and how far you've come personally, and how far your team has come.
Yeah, one game away. We want to celebrate it tonight, but we can't get too high on the horse. We know the last game is the hardest game to win, Game 4. So we really just got to take it this next game. Hopefully we get back home with the energy of our crowd. We know what they're going to do, come out, play desperate, and we got to be able to do the same thing.